Yo, what's up, Jims? How you doing? It's fucking casual Thursdays, baby. I took a nice warm shower. I put my hoodie on. I feel so relaxed right now. So my body's really just decompressing.
No one wants to know how your body is feeling.
Nobody wants to know, Jess. Yo, how do you think?
Well,
How you
first of
think?
all, thank you for introducing us. You just
Yo,
went from, hey, yeah, it's casual Thursday. I just got out the shower and now I
yo,
feel like a complete
how
human
you think
being.
content creators who make their money? They just talk about how like their like toes feel. I don't know. No,
Yeah, I know. They literally just talk about,
anything. They record everything,
and
by the way. Everything is recorded. Everything. Talk about evidence. Let me tell you. Like if they any one of them went to court for anything, they got it. We know what exactly we know what happened. They recorded it. They're all either on live stream or they have it recorded and it's in their phone.
yeah, no,
They got it.
it becomes, if they do it every day, which a lot of them do,
Ay ay ay.
and it's IRLs or just chattings or some shit like that, then yeah, they're pretty much accounted for.
So by the way, I'm Lewis and this is Jess. And that is
Thanks.
Tommy Shelley.
Thomas Shelby.
Thomas Shelby. I forgot his name. What's up, Thomas? How you doing?
This month, this month it is Thomas Shelby. He's doing good.
Don't answer for him. Let him answer himself. Tommy, how you doing? All right, great. Appreciate you, bro.
I told you. He's not a turtle of many words.
uh, yo, you know what I just realized? Like when we were talking about the content creators, like there would be times where they're like during Christmas time, they would like make a video every single day, like a vlog.
That's what they do. That's what a lot of them do. I'm
Every
telling you,
day.
especially since I've been like watching some political streamers on there and you see how all the other streamers like they film everything. They film
Everything.
themselves shopping and cooking and everything is content and it's actually really brilliant because they're getting people to watch even if it's just people who just like have 200 people watching or someone who's bringing in like 10,000 or 20,000 or like it is proof that you can just put the camera on and people will watch.
They really will.
There is someone for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So when you find a streamer that you're like, you know what, I like their life, you're gonna watch.
I'll share
And that's why they do it. They do it because someone's watching.
Daniel's in the chat. Danny boy, what's up?
Hi
Yayo,
Daniel.
hey yo, how you doing? How you doing, chat? Oh, my feet. Oh, it feels so
No, I watched a part of a stream the other day of these two streamers, um, very, very popular streamers, Cutie Cinderella and Valky Ray. They have a podcast, but they were on each other's stream this time, and their whole stream was like for 2 hours, and they were just trying sodas in Utah.
good.
They were going to soda spots, ordering four sodas from each spot, and then just commenting on it. Like, do they like it? Like, that is that is
You know what that
I
is?
think,
Genius.
yeah, it is genius because
Genius.
a lot of people think too hard about it. Well, what do I want to stream? I don't. I want. If your goal, it depends, I guess, on really what your goal is. If your goal is to just like build an audience first, then you stream whatever you can and you make it interesting. But if you're going for like a certain outcome, like you want to like get like they have these subathons and like where they stream for
Those are
days and
crazy.
weeks
That's
and just for people to
insane.
subscribe.
Oh,
But you invite them in on your personal life. They go shopping with you. They have dinner with you and your family. You're up with them at 1 in the morning and they're watching you play video games or they're watching you comment on pop culture or politics. And some people think that they have to have this grand production. I need people and I need setup and I need lights and how am I? And it's like this is a one-person show.
yeah.
Like there's plenty of streamers who do it all by themselves, and then there's streamers who have a crew. depending on the type of stuff that they're getting into for the day or for that specific stream or whatever.
A lot of people like that
So,
ghetto ass setup. They love a lot of people. You'd be surprised. They love a ghetto setup. They really do.
yeah,
They love
look,
that shit.
because it's relatable. This guy or girl is just sitting on front of their laptop, their desktop or whatever, and they're just spewing. And yeah, their house looks like a mess.
That's a
Just
regular
like
ass
mine.
house. Like it's a
Some people, I feel like it all depends. If you want to have content that's meaningful, because a lot of this content to me personally is not meaningful. Me watching you drink sodas, it's not like, oh my god, but it's just good background. It's like,
yeah,
oh, it's so you can make meaningless, purposeless content and be just fine.
yeah.
But if you really want to hit a niche, like say it's like, well, it's not going to be that every day. I'm going to try, or every whatever your schedule is. It's just pop culture. It's just sports, or it's just, and that may be harder to build your. I guess it depends. It could be hard to build your audience because you have to reach that specific audience, that specific target. But if you're literally just talking about anything, there are people who are just surfing the web and just want to watch
Mm-hmm.
something that is not photoshopped, that is not celebrity, that is not like traditional Hollywood, traditional like pop stars and rappers. And no, these are day to day people who just got fucking success, just letting you sit them and like just letting you watch me
Eat like ramen and like fucking
eat.
yeah. Eating straight.
And I don't mind that. Like I said, there's some people that I would never watch. There's some people that I'm like, oh, I've been getting it. And there's just, you can just sit for hours and just talk.
Yeah.
That's what the just chatting is.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to, I feel like, if you have a full time job, I don't know how you're going to sit down and talk all day.
Yo, and I was thinking, there's a couple points I want to hit. It's like when, like, has anybody took their subathon to work?
I don't know.
All right, is anybody like, all right, chat, I'm about to clock in. Like, you know what I'm saying?
People,
All right,
listen,
guys, we
they
gotta
do.
stock
I
these
mean,
shelves. Hold on, chat. But people they record at work. But I don't know about live stream. I think that's against company policy. But like if you record at work, you post little videos. But that also could be you can get fired for that too.
yeah, because you're not supposed to be doing that.
And
But if
you're
you
not
are
paying attention.
successful enough and enough people subscribe to you,
Yeah.
you eventually start making a living off of it, or you eventually, it becomes revenue, it becomes another form of income.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get extremely popular, then yeah, you don't have to go to that regular job anymore. But then you have to figure out, okay, I got this crowd because they were coming with me to work, but now I quit that job. So now they're just going to come around with me for the rest of the ride along.
Daniel said, should I start streaming for my work now? No. You're gonna get fired.
Daniel, you know how many people would watch your stream?
You might, but
You know how many
he
people would be
would
like,
get
"Oh my
fired
god,
though. You would
he's
get fired.
packing the truck."
All
But that depends. You know how you don't get fired? You don't announce it to your coworkers. That's what you're doing. You put your phone there, you press record. No one knows. No one's paying attention. You don't tell them where you're working. You make sure there's no signage. There's ways to get around it, and you just better hope and pray that yeah, your coworkers don't catch it. You catch on.
which is
You don't
hard.
do nothing stupid. You know.
Yeah.
But at that point, it's like just record when you're at home.
And it's funny
Film
because like
afterwards. Film
they're
on your lunch break, which a lot of people do. A lot of people stream on their lunch break.
mhm. And it's funny because like a lot of these are like big stories, especially during like Corona, where a lot of nurses were like making TikTok videos while like they literally have patients in the next room, like, and they're doing a.
Well, finally makes you. It makes you now. You know why it takes forever to see a nurse or a doctor because they're making TikTok videos, which is a terrible thing to say.
People want
'Cause
to
that's not.
watch me put stuff on shelves. Don't give me ideas, Jess.
They, Daniel, I am telling you, they will.
Don't do it though.
You don't even have to say anything. You can just say, "Watch me stock shelves," and people will watch. It's a form of like ASMR. It's a form of just like autopilot.
Yeah.
Just watch this meaningless task.
Which is crazy
And
because
people
like a
will
lot of
watch.
people do that. They're like, watch me sleep. Have you ever seen this type of content?
Yes,
Yo, this shit
there
is
is, yes.
crazy.
Yes, there are. So there's a streamer, Cinna. She has these sysathons with like other female streamers. And the most recent one she did, which was like I think right around right before the holidays, I think. It was a 7 day, 24/7 IRL stream. They went to bed with the cameras rolling. So people got to watch them sleep all night, get up, get breakfast, go to the gym, go on errands, whatever activities they plan for the stream. And yes, because people will pay and people will watch. People will subscribe just to get that. And the whole point is that, my life is the product.
Yo, when
And
do
if
they
you want access,
shower?
they do shower, but the camera's rolling on something else, someone else who's in the stream,
Okay,
a
thank
video
God.
that's
Be like, all right,
playing.
Chad, I'm gonna go shower. All right, I'll be back at
I'm sure in
15.
OnlyFans you can do that. I'm sure
Ugh,
you're,
Jesus.
but on
Oh
Twitch
goodness.
and YouTube you can't
No, not
really
on
get
Twitch.
away
Yeah.
with that, I think.
Um,
But they find a way to get over that.
and there was another point that I wanted to hit on, and it's something that I kind of do. So like relating to like people's homes, right? So have you ever like seen like obviously you pass like buildings and stuff. Do you just like to look in people's windows to see how they like
I do
place
it all
looks?
the time.
Thank you.
I do my walks in the city.
Thank you.
And I am telling you, people who don't have curtains, and it's not that you should be looking in, but some of these places, especially in the city, it is very like they have a chandelier hanging from the window. Your eye can easily catch that. And then yeah, you're like, oh. So I have seen people's Christmas trees. I have seen games that they're watching.
I've seen. Yep.
There's this um like a year or two ago, this route that I was taking from through West Fourth to Canal Street. There's an apartment building, and like on the second or third floor, every night someone was watching the Lord of the Rings movie. And I remember telling myself, like, yo, that person's awesome. I don't know who they are, but like that person inside has no idea that there's a person on the street who's commenting on you watching. Like, when you don't use curtains and you don't close the blinds, yeah, people look.
Yeah.
I get to see artwork. People have piano, like, depending on the part of the city that you're walking in. Smaller windows, you may see like a plant, but when you go to homes that have much bigger windows, like some of these buildings in the city, they have floor to ceiling windows. So you see a person's entire living room, like entire kitchen, like right there on 7th Avenue. Like not even like in between the streets, like right there on the avenue, you can see their entire apartment. So
Ain't that
I
crazy?
look all the time.
No
I don't care.
blinds? That's crazy. Like I feel like that is just
Some
psychotic.
people think that they're high enough that you can't see, but it's like 2 or 3 stories is still well enough where people can actually view your home. Unless you are on like the 11th floor, you should probably use blinds or curtains. But someone is looking in.
Yeah.
Harmless people like me, where I don't mean to look, but if your shit's open and something catches my eye, I'm gonna look. But then there are people who like fucking stop to look. You know what I'm saying? And they're peeping toms. They're looking for like access.
Yeah. Like.
So no, and like my apartment is like technically like the third floor,
Mhm.
but we're high enough from the ground and we have a tree in front of us, and my curtains are actually open. But if you look up, you can't see anything.
Mhm.
There's no looking in. There's no like, even if you were across the street, you couldn't look, you would only see my light on. You wouldn't see anything else.
Yeah.
So unless you have that type of view, you should probably
Get some blinds.
put on blinders or curtains.
Yeah.
But some people want to show off. That's why they don't have any.
That's crazy. And like cuz I remember when I was a young lad in these streets, right? A young lad going to like middle school. And like I would like, you know how people would have their like door open and like they're bringing stuff from like the car into the house.
Mhm. You would look.
I'm staring. No, I don't look. I stare. Like I'm like, oh, what they got in there? Oh wow, all right. Sofa, nice. right? Paintings,
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure you're not the only
Kitchen
person
table,
that does that.
right? There was one point in time where I was like I just want to look and see how your home looks. Like I don't want to steal nothing. I don't want to like rob you. Like I just want to see how your home
No,
like.
I love
I
looking
just
at
want to
people's
look at
houses
your
and homes.
house. I just want to see how it's constructed inside. Because you look at the outside, they all look the same. They all the houses look the fucking same.
Yeah, no, I used to love
All
going
of
to
them are
my
different.
friends' houses as a kid, to classmates' house, because I wanted to see what they. I don't know why, but that's why I love HGTV.
Oh, my sister loves HGTV. Let me tell
I
you.
learned so much from that channel.
Talking
Shout
about
out to
maple
HGTV.
hardwood floors and the crown molding and
Look,
all
it
the
makes you realize what type of home you want, what type of problems you're gonna like, how much money, and then like how many ideas. It's just so well for a person who's knows nothing about construction, interior design, and not a position to buy a like you're not this may not be at the top of your brain. So like when you watch HGTV, you're like, oh, I didn't know a home could look like, oh, I could do that. I can change this. Like I had no idea. Like this type of this type of flooring, this type of siding, this
Wait,
type of
you got a house watch in Staten Island? Crazy stuff out here. I would love to go just like door to door to like what do you call them? Like showing they're showing off the home.
open houses. You
Open
have to find
oh,
open house.
I would fucking love that. Like a day of just going open. Oh, that's fire. And then pretend I'm a buy it. I'll be like, yeah. I'll walk in with like a suit, like I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a nice polo. You know what I'm saying? Some nice. You know what I mean? And then I'll walk in like I got big money. Be like, we could put and then I'll like have a conversation with you, Jess. I'll be like,
Look,
yeah,
one day
we could place
soon.
down payment. We could put the down payment on it, right?
Look, one day soon. You don't have to talk like it's not gonna happen. Just be like, yeah, one day when
Yeah, one
we're
day.
gonna go.
But that day that I'm looking at open houses, it ain't finna be that one. It is got like I just like, and it's not even. I think like I've heard from mad people like, yo, that's weird. Like, why are you trying to look into their home? I
A
don't.
lot of people would
I
have
don't think
that
that's
hobby too.
weird. I don't think that's weird. That's
It's
not
not weird.
weird.
And it's just nosy bodies. A lot of people would do it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people kind of act like a lot of part like that. If I invited you into this beautiful home, you want to come see it. Stop it.
Hell yeah. And
Like please.
I think like when like you're going
You don't want to
over,
take a look at a penthouse
yeah.
on Park Avenue? Stop.
And when like
Stop.
you would go over to like a family's house that you never been to before, and like you're in the car ride there, and like you would like be like, oh, is that their house? No, it's not. Oh, is that their house? No. Okay. I are you picking up what I'm putting down right now? Because I feel like this is universal experience. And then you're like,
Yeah, no,
that's their
I
that's
used to
their
love
house.
going. I used to love going to my aunt's house down the shore in Jersey because she had more space and she had a huge backyard. And it was I just loved going there. And it's not like she lived in luxury. It was just a nice kept home. And like I said, it was a bigger house than what we were. She had that amazing backyard. So yeah, you're always looking forward to. But I mean that's not for some people are into that, some people aren't. So don't think that we're weird. It just is what it is.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got from it. Yeah, I've been called weird before, but like, stop fucking staring in the fucking window.
Well, it's look, it's you have to be careful because you're a male, so you can easily be targeted as a peeping tom. So you should not be stopping anywhere and staring.
I don't stop and stare.
Just
I
keep
walk and
walking.
stare. It's a difference. I go to my
Just walk and stare. Yeah,
destination
I
and
do the same
stare.
thing. I just walk and stare. Um, I remember years ago, like this was pre-COVID. I was doing my walk in the village, going down, not Bleecker. What street is this? Maybe Grove Street, one of these streets downtown. And this lady, she was this older lady. Maybe she seemed like she was like maybe in her 60s, maybe her early 70s. She was like, "Can you please open my door for me?" So, and she lives in a brownstone, like one of these nice brown, like if she were to sell it, it would be millions of dollars. So I'm helping her open. It's like it's like this cast iron door. It is heavy. It is a heavy door. And she was like, "You see my hand?" And it was like bandaged, like in the cast. She was like, "I got it opening up this fucking door. This door is so hard to open. I tried to get them to fix it. It is so heavy." And I helped her inside. And inside the brownstone, it's a multi-store. It's like it wasn't just like hers. It was like a two family, one of those duplexes or whatever. And it looked kind of like dated. And then when I walked into her apartment, she opened the door and like we just like talked in her kitchen for a few minutes. It was very old on the inside. Very old. Like you can tell she moved in. She explained, and if I remember the story correctly, she moved in with her husband back in like the 70s, and she's been there ever since.
Oh shit.
Now, people, if you move to an apartment in the city in the 70s, more than likely it's pretty much rent controlled. So she's paying like below market price to live there in the village by West Fourth. That apartment, even as dated as it is, 4,000 a month,
Oof.
3,000 a month.
Oof.
That's like the lighter side.
And that's light. Yeah.
You could once they fix it up, it would be more than that.
Yep.
So that means she's probably paying less than $1,000 for that space. And she was going on about how they pretty much wanted her to move. Like she was getting pressure from people to like give up her space because the transplants, the rich, the people who have the money and they want to like keep West Fourth in the village and stuff so young. Get these people out, get the older generation out, and let's redo this apartment and put it back on the market for market value. I hope she's still there.
Yeah.
I left after like 2, 3 minutes, and she was so thankful. And she just kept thinking in my head, I was like, damn, she's been there since like the 70s. She probably pays nothing for that. Because my grandmother lived on Flatbush Avenue, 3 stops from the city, right by the train station, right by Prospect Park, right by the library, botanical gardens, like prime time real estate. And she moved into that apartment like 1975. She was paying less than $1,000 when she died. She was paying less than 800 for that 2 bedroom apartment right there on Flatbush Avenue. You do and a gentrified flat. You if the landlord was a slumlord, I'm sure he redid that apartment and he can easily get $3,000 for that apartment.
Oh, easy. Not even. He might get more.
It's a 2 bedroom.
Oh yeah, you're getting more. Two.
Buy the train, buy all these buses that come up and down here.
You're getting more.
Like I said, the park is a block away. You can
More.
hear the train station from the back, like her kitchen window. We were not far from the train tracks because you could hear the train from where we were. So yeah, no, that was very. And my grandmother's apartment was old. She didn't make any major renovations, because when your apartment is rent controlled, the landlord is not responsible to upgrade your apartment. Like because you're paying such like they don't have to keep up with it. They have to make sure you have heat, electric, like the basics of the basics. Fix your ward if something's wrong, fix your pipes. They still have a responsibility, but they don't have to input new windows, new floors, new cabinets. It's all on you if you want to change something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably another reason why that lady's house was still so outdated. Like everything looked like it was still the 70s because who's fixing that?
Yeah.
Who's fixing all that shit? A lot of it is piecemealed.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother used to get one of my older cousins to come in and fix the cabinets, redo the floors, do the paint job because the landlord wouldn't do it. And thousands of New Yorkers live like that,
Yeah.
renovating their own apartments because the fucking landlords won't do it.
And my grandmother has been in her house in Brooklyn for like 50 years. She got a golden brick from the city because of how long she's been there.
Oh wow,
That a golden brick, that's fire. I never heard of that. Golden brick?
I never heard of that either. But that's how long. But that's also a testament to the way New York City used to be affordable, that people didn't have to move because New York City is so convenient and you have everything here. Why are you moving? If you're not expanding a family, and maybe if your income doesn't drastically change, why would you give up a location like this? So that old lady, she's in the village. There's only money around there. Greenwich Village, there's just only money around there. So the neighborhood is kept up well. The trains work. When it snows and dumb shit, like it gets cleaned up first. Like, why would she give that up? The cops are visible, there's safety, there's hospitals, so it's like, why would I move if I don't have to? And especially if I'm paying this much rent or this little rent for all the amenities. It's like, come on.
Yeah. Like, and that's the. It's funny. That's what Thoron was campaigning about. He literally was campaigning about just like making shit
Zoran,
affordable.
you need to get this snow in order. And it's about to snow more.
Is it fucking
Now,
really? Stop.
yes, it's gonna
Oh
snow.
my goodness.
I have a gripe. So I've been hearing some of these streamers and some of these like online people, complain that people are complaining about the snow in New York.
Mm-hmm.
The people who are already against Iran are having a field day with this. But people who are of like the left side, who are not in New York, they're like, oh, they're coming after Iran, because the snow and, they're basically, why are you complaining? And I'm like, people, this is not normal for this long. And the weather is not on his side because it's below freezing. So the snow has not melted.
Yeah.
The problem is it has not been plowed. It has not. There are neighborhoods, including mine, all across all 5 boroughs,
Daniel goes.
where the fucking sanitation has not come. They still have not picked up all the garbage. Do you understand? It is like, this is officially,
Yeah.
and I voted for Zoran, but I'm not brainwashed,
Yeah.
so I can say this.
Did
I
Dan?
still support him in other endeavors. This is a fail.
Yeah. Daniel goes. Facts. I like the kid, but get the snow off the street. I like the
Yeah,
fucking kid. He's a good
snow
kid.
off the street. Like,
Good kid.
there was no coordinate. Like, it's just terrible. And because it's dirty and because it's still icy, people are still climbing over the snow. Was finally forced to go out and do my laundry. I couldn't wait any longer. And I had to go through like the streets and there are sidewalks that are not shoveled. There are like where you cross, not shoveled, not a pathway, not big enough for a cart, for a stroller. It's just filthy. It took a week for them to come get the fucking garbage. And I don't know what his excuse. I haven't really been listening to how he's explaining it because to me it's like I don't want to hear the excuses. Just fucking get it done. I'm not asking for you to explain what's taking so long. Just do it. Just do it. Now, to be fair, years ago when there was a snowstorm and Bloomberg was in
Oh
service,
my goodness. The snow was.
it was terrible.
Snow was there forever.
However, it didn't last as long because the snow melted within a few days. So he got away with not doing shit with the other 4 boroughs because in 2 3 days the snow was mostly gone already. So people forgot how they were trapped and how the trains literally were snowed out for like 2 days. I couldn't go to work because all the trains that I could have taken, even if I went to another neighborhood, still shut down. The track shut down, split in 2 different routes, or still heavy delays. So it was a serious snowstorm that it took out the fucking MTA. However, within 3 4 days, everything was fixed. People went back to work and to school, no problem. But this is going on 2 weeks
Yeah.
of dirty, piled up ice snow.
Yeah. And
So,
like I can see it getting smaller. Like just it gets smaller every time the sun hits it. But it's just a fuck ton. Like why am I climbing? Why is there a fucking fucking pathway for me to fucking get on the fucking street? This is crazy. Also, Daniel in chat, bro, just give the sanitation the overtime they always beg for it. Yeah, just give them
well,
the
they're
overtime.
already on overtime.
Huh?
So the problem,
They're on
from what I
double.
caught from New York One this morning, an issue may have occurred. Like, well, do we have sanitation do the snow or pick up the garbage? So there's no fucking there was no there was no like coordination, no coordination with like building owners. Was there like a memo that went out to remind building owners and property owners, restaurant owners, you need to shovel in front of your property? to the street. Not just, but there's the law is that you just need a walkway. You don't really need to do the whole sidewalk, even if the whole sidewalk is a part of your fucking property. But like cars are stuck, cars are snowed in. There's cars who have not moved. Their owner, their whoever owns the car may not even live on the same block. They're probably just like, I don't know what happened with the car. I'm gonna continue with the train until this because I'm not trying to like dig it out. It is just yeah, so it's just bad coordination, bro. Just bad coordination.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It's just too much fucking snow. Sounds like someone fucked up somewhere. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
city.
The
City government fucked up.
whole city fucked up. Cause it's like it's just a lot. It's just mad shit on the ground, like and it's dirty, and I gotta walk over it still.
Well, the problem is that it's dirty because it's like disease. It has like bacteria and disease gathering.
That is a sickness waiting to happen.
It is. Don't tell me it's not affecting people.
Can snow contain diseases?
Yes.
Can it?
Yes.
Can it? Can
It's
snow
on the ground, Lewis.
contain
Any people pee, spit,
contain?
shit, dog shit everywhere. That's another thing. Dog owners not picking up their dog shit. So there's dog shit on
Oh
top of
yeah,
the dirt. And
snow can contain bacteria and viruses, and then when you also add like more dirt, it's
yes, and you have
even
to remember
worse.
it goes down to water. And your water without being properly sanitized, and if it's not boiled or has gone through some type of filtration, and it's not clean fresh from like a spring, like it can make you fucking sick. It is
Yeah.
not a joke. A lot of people before modern medicine used to die from you could die now by dirty water if you don't get to the doctor in time. So yeah, it's just disease waiting to happen. It's COVID part two waiting to jump out of the snow
Yeah.
and
Uh
spread a brand new virus.
yeah. I feel bad for the homeless people who don't have a place to go. Yo, there's been like 14 people who have passed away because they froze to death.
Yeah, because of how cold it is.
It's fucking cold.
But they're trying to but they've also what's being missed out is that they've at least 900 something people. So he has been going out, making makeshift warm centers and trying to get the homeless or people who are obvious like on the street. Some people get missed, some people didn't get reached in time, some people I'm sure probably said no. But yeah, it's just terrible. And that goes to show a bigger problem with New York City. It's that housing and shelter. Why are these people more comfortable freezing to death than to go spend a night at the shelter? They don't have to stay there all day. They can wake up and leave immediately once the sun comes. Why do they refuse to go? And I've never been in a shelter. Now, Lewis, you have experience with shelters. I don't know about your shelter, but the common answer is that it's dangerous.
I think
Maybe not in your shelter because your shelter is reputable, it's well known, it probably gets better funding than other shelters.
yeah.
I don't want to tell people where you work, but
Good. Good. That I was just don't say the name. That's it.
no,
That's it.
no.
You could yeah, we can talk about this, but like it's there's a there's a couple factors, right? And some people have horrific experiences, so they're traumatized, right? So they come in with a preconceived notion of how something is operating based on the last experience they had. So they're obviously going to be a bit like hesitant to even do something when they've already experienced something terrible. The second one would be um, mental illness, right? They are not okay in the head, right? So they aren't thinking of their own well-being. That's why there's outreach, right? I have to reach you and try to convince you to do this because there's nothing in your brain that's convincing yourself to do it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say? So um and then there are just like some people who are just like kind of stuck. Like you kind of see them in like the same areas all the time, right? Some people have tried to like tell them like, "Hey, you could go here for this." And they'll help you with this, and then they take the paper up and then they crumple it and throw it in their garbage.
Well, that's a form of mental dysfunction too.
Yeah,
The fact that you're
it's self
because that's not
sabotage.
like but your survival instincts are dysregulated because self-preservation as a human being is your natural body's function. What can I do to stay alive? So when you are outside without food, shelter, clean water, electricity, you are putting your body at the risk of the elements.
Yeah,
That is not natural self-preservation. That is you not realizing that wait, I can protect myself better. You know, there was where's this? So years ago, there was a story of this homeless man. I think he was in Times Square, some part of the city. He didn't have shoes, and a cop took off his boots or bought him boots, bought him a brand new pair of shoes. And days later, this homeless person was seen without the shoes. And they asked him, "Well, what happened to the shoes, and why didn't you take them with you to the shelter?" And he was like, "Well, they still at the shelter. I had to hide them." So I feel like there's a lot of people that are having bad experiences because there's so many homeless people. So you're not provide so there's places that are not providing safe shelters for multi I don't know what it is. If they get into fights with other people, if they're getting into fights with staff, if some of them are too mentally unstable to be quiet long enough that maybe they're irritating other people and things happen in bathrooms and things happen in showers and just maybe nothing happens to you in your sleep, but you wake up and all your shit is gone.
yeah. Every single thing you just said, yes. Yeah, those things just happen, right? Especially like when the environment is just not conducive to your safety. It's just not, right? You got tons of people, you got tons of floors, and people aren't monitoring. That's why like supervision's so important, right? Having eyes on the floor at all times super important because you can catch it before it happens, right? You want to be proactive instead of reactive. I've learned that over the years, right? You want to stop something before it happens. You don't want to react to something that went wrong. You want to stop something before it goes wrong. But they don't do that at those places that those things happen. They don't do that.
Yeah, they're probably understaffed.
Yep.
Things happen very quickly. Some people don't report things. They just let it, they just deal with what's happening to them and then they just don't come back.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like one of his push this has to be like a learning lesson from him. There's no reason why 14 New Yorkers should die because it's too hot outside or too cold outside. There's so much fucking money in this city. So much money. This is a solvable issue. It is fixable. It is preventable. And I think the only extreme cases you should have with this are people who are mentally unstable because they can't make decisions for themselves. But the law is kind of still on their side. You just can't drag them into institutions like they used to. If they don't present themselves as a threat, you're just going to let them go about talking to themselves in the middle of the subway. So it's like, unless it's those type of extreme issues, someone who's experiencing homelessness temporarily, in extreme circumstances, someone who's in between jobs, they should feel safe enough to go to a shelter and know nothing's going to happen to them. They'll
Mm-hmm.
get everything they need. There's enough supervision, there's police presence around, there's proper intake. Maybe like I don't know if it all needs to be revamped, connecting and I'm sure there's bridges where mental health is out there, any partnerships with shelters, hospitals, trying to have an account for these people. And I feel like if he needs to make this, he needs to remember this. Next winter, we may get two terrible snowstorms. You can have fucking double the amount of people. You need to fix the housing. You need to fix the shelter system. Build more shelters. There's enough money in the city. Stop wait, and this is to all the people in city government and in state government. Stop taking our tax dollars and wiping your ass with it. Put it back to the people. Stop spending it on useless projects that never get done, that are still backed up, haven't started, but you keep spending. That's what happens. Pork spending. Or you take it from one program here and put it there, and all this extra revenue you get from this and you get from that, and paying off the like. Stop playing games, and you have enough to provide. Don't tell me there's not enough here, because you have enough for everything else. You really do. We see it all the fucking time. So I feel like if I was him, don't let this happen again.
Like, do you know how many empty buildings they have in what's that place where they got the mall over there on like 34th?
34th Street.
It's Hudson Yards.
There's Hudson
You see
Yards,
how many
yes.
empty buildings they fucking got over there? Empty. Empty.
There's empty, there's vacant buildings all over the city. In all five boroughs, there's vacant buildings that can be, some of them are more challenging because they're not set up to provide plumbing to every, like, when you have a shelter, you need certain requirements. And some of these buildings have to be reverted because they were office spaces. So they don't have showers. They don't have like refrigeration, like proper kitchens. So yeah, but I'm okay as it, spend the money. Fix it. Like, why is, especially after COVID, a lot of companies did not come back. They went to smaller spaces. They didn't come back to humongous office spaces. So they are still vacant. There are buildings who can't find tenants because the rent is stupid. There's a constant flow between in and out, in and out, in and out. So that's what I'm saying. It's answerable.
Yeah.
It's fixable, and it's not getting fixed. And that's the problem with the system. Things are fixable, you're choosing not to fix it.
Yeah. Also, Daniel says we're still fixing the BQE. It's been 20 years and it's still not fixed. You know what's funny? Shit is very true. Is that the
It
one?
was a miracle they got the Second Avenue train done
Is it like
in the city.
the
It's
Second
a
Avenue? Oh
miracle.
my gosh. Yo, son.
I don't know how long, but I honestly thought it would take more than like a decade. It probably took more than a decade to plan, but like to actually be built, they got that done in like record time.
Son, because wait, isn't the BQE the one where it
Brooklyn
like
Queens
it
Express.
circles around and it has like the 3 levels? Yeah, that shit's falling apart. I think that's the BQE, right?
Well, the infrastructure. Well, there's so I'm not a driver, so I don't know. I know the names. I really don't know what the difference
Yeah.
is. And
But the for that road, it's one road here, one middle, and
yeah,
then
I know
one
the one you're
third
talking about.
bottom.
Yeah,
That shit is not good. It's been slow, like literally over the years, because it's just cars going and going and going and going. It's just been fucking cracking and falling apart. They're like,
you're
yeah,
like I
we're
don't
gonna
know
fix
which
this shit.
one's more under maintained. Is it like the subway or is it the roads and like the bridges and the tunnels and
Yeah.
barely hanging on over here?
Every time they announce a project, I know it's not getting done. Yo, ain't that funny? They announced to do something and then it never gets done. Yeah, guys, we're gonna make it happen. Never happen. Or at least it will never happen in our lifetime. Yeah, it near the Brooklyn Bridge. That shit is a hazard. Be interested in the chat. Have we named the turtle yet? Yes. His name is
Yes, this one
Thomas
is Thomas Shelby.
Shelby. Okay, get it?
It's based on a TV character. You got to Google it. Thomas Shelby. I'm not gonna
Thomas
say
Shelby.
him.
Oh yeah. What's that? That's Peaky Blinders, right?
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders.
So he's British. Or no. Were they Irish? Damn, I can't remember what
Okay.
Peaky Blinders was. But they're part of that part of the world.
They're somewhere in that region of the world. They're over
Hey, if
there.
you're listening, you can let us know what the Pinky, if
They're
they were Irish
over
or English.
there.
So I watched, switching gears.
Whoa, LeVar Ball. Don't
Oh wait,
fucking
did you want to keep talking
don't
about it?
switch fucking gears. Don't say that to me. I'm offended. I'm playing. I'm kidding. You remember that controversy though? Remember that?
No.
So okay, so Lamar Ball was on First Take, right? And the host of the time, I think she's still the host, Molly Kieram.
Oh, she's not there no more.
Oh, she's not, right? So she was like, okay, LeVar, we're going to switch gears to this topic, right? And then he goes, you can switch gears with me anytime.
Was that offensive?
People found it offensive. She was like, okay, all right.
I mean, yeah, that was definitely, I guess.
And then
yeah,
he was never
inappropriate.
allowed back after that.
Well, no, because the balls, those were, especially like they were weird people. They were weird people.
LeVar, look, you know what? I'll give credit to LeVar Ball. 3 sons who made it to the NBA, and he's a loving husband. That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, no, they were. But I have to say, it's because of him that they did not take off the way they were supposed to.
Ooh. So you're saying, like, yeah, because, like, he was doing a lot of, like, of the branding and the marketing, and it just
Yeah.
wasn't hit.
No, because for his like he was so and like he walks in the room, everyone pays attention, right? But he was off-putting. You can't be that magnetizing and then leave people with a sour taste in their mouth. Now, a lot of it was because he was a black man, advocating very strongly and loudly for his 3 boys,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't know tact. So, in places where you could have thrived and this brand could have taken off, I felt like he turned off a lot of people.
Yeah. And the
And they were
shoes were
like,
ass.
the shoes were
The
ass, and then
shoes.
yeah, I feel like only one of his sons is still in the NBA, right?
But he has two sons in the NBA. One
They're
son
still in the
is
NBA,
now
so they're
rapping.
quite successful.
Quite very successful. They were
But they're still in that.
they all hit the NBA floor at some point.
Yes, but the fact that 2 of them are still playing within the
Oh,
NBA, that is a
and
successful
they've
career.
gotten contracts, like a lot of money.
But you even see them they even took a step back from like the father's branding. Like, let our game speak for us. And like he should have gotten like media training. We don't have media training, but we're not going on First Take and we're not trying to sell a brand.
Yeah, and I'm also not gonna tell Molly Karam that you can switch gears with me anytime. Like that's just who says that?
Yeah, how are your loving husband saying that? Now that I'm thinking about it,
Oh
like,
shit. Yo,
so this is what I'm
don't taint
saying.
it. Don't taint it, bro. Don't taint it. Don't taint
So
it.
this is what I'm saying. Like, you're not. If you want to say like Deion Sanders, the thing is, Deion Sanders was a smooth talker with his confidence.
Very
He knew how
smooth.
to entertain people. He made people laugh. He made people want to pay attention to what he didn't like burst through the door and people like, oh my, like, no, he was, and yeah, he was successful himself. So he was able to like talk that shit and back it up. But the ball father, is just, I think it could have gone further.
Yeah.
And he had the charisma to bring this into like a mainstream brand. But I think, that's what happens when you kind of turn off the wrong people. It is one thing to just like annoy people, piss people off, and create haters. But sometimes these people are the ones that you're looking to cut the check.
Now, Jess, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about LeVar Ball. Have you seen his clip where he roasts Jason Whitlock? Hold on.
No,
You haven't? Whoa, you haven't seen this clip? I'm sharing my
I
screen.
can't remember.
I'm sharing
This
my
was a
screen.
while ago,
Oh
right?
my god, Jess, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my time. I'm sharing my screen right now. Share my screen. Go right here. Pull up OBS. Let me pull up the screen chat. There we go. All right. We're good right here. All right. So this is the LeVar Ball and Jason Whitlock snacks. Okay. Just keep a nice little eye on it. Okay. Right. Let's just watch this video.
Seems like he's just daddy's little boy, a little robot who's completely controlled by his father.
Like I said, and going back to Whitlock, I don't think he can comment on anything but snacks.
Now,
Wow.
that's a little
That shit's fucking funny.
That is funny.
Run it back. One more time, LeVar, please. One more time. LeVar.
A little robot who's completely controlled by his father.
Like I said, and going back to Whitlock, I don't think he can comment on anything but snacks.
Now,
Wow.
that's a little harsh.
It's gonna be harsh because he want to be harsh
So
on
you
me. Guess
disrespect
what?
women and people for their
no,
weight?
that's what you say. I didn't say nothing about
No,
no weight.
you just said that to me.
Like I told him, I'm not.
You see, unfortunately, like
Yeah, that shit is
that's a great
hilarious,
personality
bro.
for a different type of show.
Oh my goodness, that's just so
Going
funny.
to Colin Cowherd, who's the whitest of the white men, he's not going to catch that type of humor.
Literally, he goes, "Oh, come on."
But I do remember when this happened because Charlamagne the God on Breakfast Club gave that show Donkey of the Day, I think, for treating Lamar Ball like that.
The only thing Jason Whitlock can comment on is snacks. Yeah,
A lot of
that
people
was
make
so
fun of his
funny.
weight.
Yo, when that shit came out, oh my god, it's so funny. All right, I'm done. I'm done. No more LeVar. No more. All right, what? Let's talk about movies that you watch, because you watched one of the movies over the weekend that out of the 10
Yeah, so everyone,
nominated for the Oscars for Best Picture of the year, you watched.
yes, because we plan
Let me
on
pull
doing
it
a
up for
live
you.
stream, right, for March 8th.
Yes, ma'am.
I got that night off.
Oh. What day is March 8th?
March 8th.
No, like what
It's a
day?
Sunday.
There you go. Yeah. Just you did it
They
again.
only have the Oscars on
Just-
Sundays.
you did it again. Remember when I asked you what day is this day, and you were like, January, blah. What the fuck you mean? And I was like, no, like what day? Like what day is it?
Oh.
You're like, oh, it's this day. You did it again. It's okay. It's all right. I forgive you.
So I decided to watch.
Mhm.
I didn't know which ones to watch because I already saw Sinners.
Mhm.
I didn't want to watch one battle after the another. So I was like, let me start with the least interesting movie that I can tell from just like the little blurbs. So I chose Train Dreams.
Train Dreams. Okay.
Yes, Train Dreams is a Netflix movie. I think it's originally based on a book, if I remember that correctly.
Okay. Hour 43. I think it seems like it is, right?
And
Hold on, Jess.
it's
hold
one
on.
of these.
Don't give too much of a spoilers because I'm gonna watch it.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna talk about what happens in the movie. I'm just
Mhm.
gonna talk about the feel of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the movies. Now, every year the Oscars does this, or they used to do it every year. I haven't really paid attention that much, but there's always a movie where it's like, what is this about? What are we watching here? There's like no fucking meat, like very slow, very like it's meant to be like a human touch. It's meant to be like so there's a lot of like flat and I call them like flat movies. One day I may make a flat movie, I don't know, but like where it's like nothing gets too high, nothing really gets too low. It's all like monotone. It's really just like following a character on like something very not trivial, but something that's like day-to-day shit or a specific part of human life that's like being, the focus. So this movie started off that way. Like 30 minutes in, I'm like, why like just
Why did I pick this one to start? Like what did I
no, not that no, not that and I wasn't mad that I picked it, but I was just like, why do movies like this get nominated? Barely any dialogue. Like it's like
but Jess.
one or two things and it wasn't even like in an event, it was just like a blip on the screen that was like, oh, a little bit of action or just like, oh, a little bit of like grit, a little bit of substance.
The cinematography.
Well, it's very so those movies that are like that, it's very poetic. It's like an art. It's like cinematography plays a big role in it. The mise en scène of the movie or a certain scene. It's not because of like screenplay is amazing, the writing is great. It's just like as a whole, it's supposed to just like I said, it's like a underlying, supposed to like reach in like a subconscious, whatever the unconscious, whatever. It started off that way, but I have to say, and I don't mind movies like this. It just takes a while to like kick in. That by the end of the movie, I was like, wow, like oh, what a story! Like it kind of like sat with me
Mm-hmm.
because of how it ended, and like it's very like I said, if I don't know, you should watch it because I'm not going to give it away, but it's very like it's a simplistic story.
Mm-hmm.
There's like no real great meaning, but sometimes it's just like introspection. Sometimes it's just like oh,
All
like
right.
self-reflective,
Which
like
one?
imagine that. It's a movie that actually kind of makes you like think just about whatever that touches. Unlike other movies that are very like they have a true plot and there's a goal and there's a mission and the characters driving the story, like Sinners. You leave Sinners and you're like, oh shit, what a great movie. You don't Sinners is not going to make you think about life. It's not.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
gonna.
not.
It's good entertainment, good
Let me
storytelling,
see.
great cinematography, great music. One battle after another. A lot of action, a lot of like hot, steamy, like raunchy sex scenes, and like especially in the beginning, it's very like strong sexual content. But since I didn't fully see that movie yet, I'm not gonna comment too much on it. But you can tell that it's moving. It's taking you for a ride somewhere. And movies like Train Dreams, there is no ride. You're really just watching it go by.
Yeah.
So those movies, oh, at least one of those movies that are made in the year get nominated.
Let me see.
But I feel like this was a good one of those movies. Now, there's another movie I want to see, Sentimental Value. I have a feeling that it may be.
I was looking at that movie as like, which one should I see first? I'm probably gonna pick either that one or Begonia.
Begonia. That's the one I really want to see. That was probably like the most popular out of the bunch, right along with Sinners. There was a lot of commercials for it, a lot of trailers. It was pushed a lot in this. It was a lot of promotion.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an A24 film, and A24 always comes out with these like you know sometimes mind-boggling movies that are very like different or not different, but like
Um,
they carry a
can,
certain
can
theme, a certain aesthetic.
can we call it as to shout out Cam Newton, eclectic?
Yeah.
Yo, what a dummy! Yeah, it's very eclectic of a movie, right? Or
I
Marty
mean, it's
Supreme, because Marty Supreme, that's just fun. That's just like I know that's gonna be fun. So I want to save that
yeah, no,
for like later, because I know that's gonna be like pretty funny and good.
that's a type of movie. I didn't see it yet, but you can tell that movie's nominated because the main character is the star. Is like he's the one driving. It's maybe not the events around him. It's him. Like this, his persona, his personality, how people
Yeah,
reacting to him.
and there's
So,
like different ways to like grade a movie. I feel like there's like because is there like a what do you call it, like a is
criteria.
there like for the Oscars, what are they, I want to know what they judge it on. Like what's
Well, I
the what's
mean,
the thing they value the most? Like this is valued the highest, this is valued the least, and this is all the things.
well, that's why they have all those categories.
Mm-hmm.
These categories make up a great film. But when your film is nominated for Best Picture, it's got a little bit of everything.
Hmm.
A little bit of great screenplay, a little bit of great acting, a little bit of like great cinematography, a little bit great of like, great wardrobe for the story you're telling and for the cast you're putting.
Hmm.
Everything comes together, even if
Maybe
those
like a
things.
shock factor in there, like oh the script like really fucking played out really well and how it
Well,
went
that's
like.
what, yeah, there's best screenplay, original and adapted. So whoever wrote the best script wins. But sometimes that doesn't mean these things by themselves make your movie great. Sometimes they do to the public, but sometimes when if they're judging them like with integrity and honesty, sometimes it's like this movie doesn't necessarily have to have like the best screenplay, but these actors did this, brought out the screenplay very well. The cinematography complemented the story very well. So there have been movies where they didn't win any category, but they walked off with Best Picture. But that's because all of those categories played into just, an overall great film.
Mhm.
There are people who won Best Director, and sometimes the picture of the year wasn't really the best picture, wasn't from the best director. Sometimes the best screenplay didn't necessarily translate to best picture.
Mhm.
So there is criteria we can Google like what specifically is they're looking for, but I would just assume that it's a collection of what the categories are.
Now,
Did the producers and the directors make everything together? Did everything fit?
Mhm.
Was there nothing that was too harsh to judge? Was there really just no complaint about it? It's just like, no, they did everything well.
What would you give the first movie that you watched? What rating out of 10 would you give it? How many stars out of 5 would you give it?
Are there, I don't know if it's 4-star movies or 5-star movies.
The highest is 5 stars. The lowest is
I would probably give it a 3.5.
3.5-star film. Okay. Okay.
And some people may be like, well, that's kind of low for Best Picture, but because it's not like the type of film that I would originally go for just to watch, and oh, it's my type of movie. But I would say I just don't know if I'm justified giving it 4 stars. It's definitely not a 5-star film,
Mhm.
but I don't know if I'm comfortable giving it a 4-star. It's definitely above 3 though. It's definitely 3, and it's a little
That
bit
would be
above
like
3.
maybe like a 7.6, maybe like a
It would probably be like a 6.5 or like a 7.
6.7, 6.7. You should make a list of our rating, Lewis, and we keep tally. Yes. Okay, so you guys, we all like after we watch the film, we have it, and then we have our ratings there for each film, and then we give our ratings for
But
all
look,
the
if you
movies.
guys are gonna watch it, we're Trem students. We got to make our professors proud, even though a lot of them taught us the bare
I'm
minimum.
gonna watch it. You know what? I'm
You have
gonna
to
watch one tomorrow.
judge it by, what is this? Well, how does the story like? Is it written well? Like, is the cinematography great? How's the acting? Is it just was the hype justified? Why didn't I hear about? Like, we have to like judge the film.
What is this called? Is it? It's called the Oscars. Oscars judge for
You should put
best
Oscar criteria. I have
film
no idea.
of the year. How do they judge? Like, what is their like criteria? Using a specialized preferential ballot, ranked choice voting system. Oh, they use ranked voting, ranked choice. Oh, so I guess they
Now,
go
there's a
like.
lot of politics and it's a lot of popularity going on. They're not necessarily judging it because of its actual. There's a lot of movies that won that everyone knows, especially in the audience, they should have not won that fucking satch. But it's, ass kissing, relationships, you know.
Hmm.
Last year, I didn't see the best picture that won, Honora, but I saw a lot of like clips of it, especially after it won. And personally speaking, and I know someone who saw it like 2 or 3 times, she loved it. But personally speaking, I'm like, did they just give this movie an Oscar because of all like the sex that's? But it's one of those movies that I guess to whoever it pulled everything together well. How it was shot, the story, the acting, you know,
Hmm.
editing,
True.
all those categories, lighting and makeup and costume and
I took one film class in college. I'm basically a movie expert. Yep. Based.
well, you know what? Because I said we're trimmed, that's TV radio, so we're not film students. So
Yeah.
I think a film student would know better on what to judge it on, but since we're just like here for the ratings, 'cause that's what TV and radio is. The ratings based on the
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
We're just gonna say if
You
it's
know
good or
what?
bad.
I'm gonna pick my.
We
Okay.
don't have to break it
Let
down.
me
We
pick.
can just say, do we like this or not?
Let me pick my movies Let me pick my Oscar. What do you call it? Best Picture. Best Picture 2026. All right. Let me see what
Well,
fucking.
why don't you
movie
make
I
a
want.
sheet of all the movies, put our names like in a column, and then we'll put our ratings within like a spreadsheet.
Here's the nominee.
Since I was the first one to watch Train Dreams, put Train Dreams first, and then list the movies after that.
So we all gotta watch Train
Then we'll-
Dreams.
No, you can watch whatever movie you want next, but the first movie that was watched was Train Dreams. So
Okay.
put my
I
name,
feel like
my rating.
I'll just put a note of all the movies, and then the rating that you
Spreadsheet.
give it.
Yeah,
Like
but it can be done in a
Jess, all
spreadsheet.
movies dash 9, 6.3, 5.8.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying just put it all together. Like we don't have to like
Oh,
put it on one sheet.
it'll be together. It'll be. Don't worry. It'll be there. It'll be there. I got you. Yeah. Well, we've been here for an hour. Do we have anything pressing that we want to get off our chests? Do we have any other things that Jess? We came into this episode with nothing. Just want everybody to know that. We came into this episode with literally, on my mind, there was just the monkey with the symbols. I didn't have anything. It just was like, just look up some shit. And I'm like, all right. And then we just fucking winged it for an hour.
What I will say is the clips on TikTok that you put with me, my Pat McAfee comment, 2 people were like confused. No, there was actually one person was like, "Oh, what a bummer for you," and I'm like, another person was like, basically like, "Whatever, get over it." Oh no, like another leftist cry harder,
Oh.
and someone commented, "Did you get the invite to the new White?" And then another person commented like, "Wait, what is she talking about? The White House in general, the politics in general?" And in my head, I couldn't understand what she was asking because I'm like, "Didn't you listen?" There's one particular issue why I think Pat McAfee should not do the White House this year.
Mm-hmm.
The issue with the Epstein files is too disgusting to stand next to.
Yeah.
I don't know what she was confused about.
Yeah, like nobody wants to. I get. You know what? I can't even say nobody wants because apparently a lot of people want to rub shoulders with the president of the United States.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I'm sorry.
I think a lot of people would want to fucking be in on that.
Well, with those other comments, the person who's like, "Oh, bummer," and like, "Oh, cry left, cry hard," it's like, what don't you get? Why are you confused that I am set in my way that it's like, no, he shouldn't be, like, it's gross. Like a lot of people think this is not a big deal. And you either and it comes down to a lot of people just simply don't respect women and they care less about children.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't care about sex trafficking, they don't care about rape, they don't care that men would rape your fucking child if they could. They probably would do it to you if you were younger. Like they don't see how evil and nasty it is. And I think those people are just as evil and nasty as the pedophiles and sex traffickers. Because it's like then you have no bar. You have anything can go down. If your shit doesn't stop at children, okay, you don't want to care about women, whatever. Children? Really? Like it's like, okay, I do question your morality. I do. I do judge that you probably are a shitty person. Plain and simple. Because I don't see a justification on why you wouldn't at least be creeped out by it. You may not have to be enraged. But if nothing in you is like, oh, man, and I'm paying taxes for these fucking people to do that, damn. These people can break the law and nothing happens to them? Oh, if it don't make your antenna stand up, your fucking something in here not working. Off. It's off. And if we're lucky enough, you have not like impacted society negatively, like that you're not involving yourself in it. Because it's like if it doesn't gross you out, you'd probably be okay participating. To be honest,
There's some people are illiterate. Yes, Daniels, there's a lot of illiterate people. There's barely any advocacy for children. We still have debates about whether or not it's okay to hit your kid. There's a lot of debates.
That's a whole nother
Yep.
debate.
Yep.
But I will say though, I honestly think half the country like doesn't even know that this is going on. Again, when I mean half the country, I'm not talking about people who can't understand the news, people who are children, and people who are probably not voting. I'm talking about adults who can vote, who participate in society every day, functioning, well-able people, have no idea that what this is it or what this is. They don't know nothing about Epstein. They barely know anything about Trump. They are listening to news, just not that news. They're into other things. So they have no idea. Because we have 350 million people here. So I'm telling
Just
you,
have a question.
Mm.
Is your mic on?
yeah.
Is it?
Oh no, it's not on.
Oh,
I didn't even realize.
Because I'm hearing you talking it, and it don't sound like it sounds like it's coming from the mic. That was just me. I was like, wait, because I just noticed it.
Well, I guess that's fine then. Because I didn't sound far, did I?
No, you didn't sound far. It just didn't sound like you were speaking into a microphone. It sounded like you were speaking into the computer. Yeah.
No. Oh, you want to know why? This is backwards. Hold on.
Verbal/emotional abuse non-existent. Yeah, non-existent apparently. Some people have blinders on. Yeah, they do. They like having the window open. That shit is true. They like having the window open. Yeah, double check the mic is echoey. Oh yeah, cause the mic wasn't on. So
Oh, is it wrong? Was it working now?
yes, it's working now, but lower that gain, please. Jesus Christ. Lower that shit. You are eating that mic. Okay. Go ahead.
Is this better?
Oh, so much better.
Okay, sorry. But I was wondering why my light wasn't on.
Yeah, I was wondering too. I'm like, wait. Then I looked
Why
at
isn't my light
then I
on?
looked at the
But
little
I had it
cord.
plugged in
I was like,
backwards.
hold on. Maybe
I had it plugged in backwards. The part that adapts to my laptop was in here.
wait, it fit?
Oh yeah, it's the same. It's the same piece. USB-C. It's on two different ends. It's that one is made. Hold on, I'll show you. So this part, because it's the USB and there's Mac doesn't have the USB part, this is the adapter. And I had this part in here.
Ah. All
Yeah,
of my comments are not
that's a
showing
weed
up. I
brand
was
for you.
going ham in the comments. Were you going ham in the comments? I have no idea.
You know, Daniel's right
Yeah,
that, a
I
lot of
see it.
people
Yeah,
don't,
too oppressed.
they're purposely blind to it. A lot of people are purposely blind to it. They don't want to get involved. They don't want to know. They're too busy. Too busy. So, because it is weird that a few years ago people were storming the Capitol because you thought an election was stolen. And now we find out from the same group, the people who stormed the Capitol, the same people who were trying to tell us about Pizzagate, people are nowhere to be. No one is storming the Capitol. No one is protesting anywhere. And that's all. That's even my response. Like, no one. We protested forever. We don't protest. Like, so I think society as a whole, we just don't respect women, children, and the outlook on sex. It's just. And we've been conditioned, especially in this country, to just accept that the elite can do whatever they want. There is a group of people above the law, absolutely. These people never get charged. They never get brought in for questioning, and they just go on doing about their thing. I am interested in what Clintons want to say. They were subpoenaed. Remember, I was like, they've been subpoenaed and they won't come in. But now they've finally agreed that they will come in and testify, but they're demanding it to be public before the person heading the hearing, James Comer, I think that's his name. He wanted them to record a deposition. They wanted like behind closed doors, the testimony. And now the Clintons are like, no, let's do it public. We will share everything we know. And now Trump is singing a whole different song and dance from what he was doing the last fucking 8 years. Now, when he was running against Hillary Clinton, she was this, she was that. I'm gonna lock her up. I'm gonna lock her up. Her emails, and Bill Clinton's this, and he was the one hanging around with Epstein, and like he was shitting on the Clintons for the last 8 years, shitting all over them. He gets wind that they're ready to sing, that they're ready to talk, and now they ask him, I always liked the Clintons. He literally said that. Why are they going after Bill? I liked Bill. When when Hillary knew that I was running and they told her not to run, he told her not to. Like, now he's pretty much like, I don't know why they're testifying. Why are they dragging? Like, he's like, now he's got something like, oh, but I like them. And the truth is, we know you like them, Donald. You used to hang out with them all the fucking time.
Some may say a little bit too close.
You were both at that island multiple times together. Enough. The cat is out of the bag. Only people who are brainwashed to you will say otherwise. Like, enough. Like, I don't know what they're gonna say, because it's like,
is this
what
gonna
are
be like
you gonna
live
say?
streamed?
They're gonna have a public hearing. You're gonna watch it on the news station, on any news station. I'm sure it's gonna be on every station. So I feel like I don't know what they're gonna share without implicating themselves to getting, because it's like, if you're not gonna share anything that's gonna like damage anyone, that's gonna have anyone pulled in for charges, or why are you doing it? Why are you wasting time?
Jeffrey Epstein committed ending yourself in a video game. Under Donald Trump's first presidency, he was afraid the truth was going to come out earlier.
I do think he's dead. A lot of people are like, no, he's alive. Why would they keep him alive? No one has been able to answer me that online.
Are y'all watching
Like,
Charlie Kirk halftime or Bad Bunny? Not even a fucking question. Don't get that shit on my chest.
Please.
No,
Please. There's a lot of people like, 70 million people voted for Donald Trump and we're going to boycott the Super Bowl. Are you on fucking crack cocaine?
Correct.
The Super Bowl is going to easily bring in 100 million viewers
More.
in the fucking Western Hemisphere.
More.
They're not going to miss you.
Oh, globally,
TPUSA
this might bring in 300 million people. Easy.
I don't know. Their highest one they've gotten, I think, was like 150 or close to 150, maybe 112, 115. I'm fucked up with the numbers.
You know what? I think they get to 200.
I think for the halftime show.
I
think for the halftime show that they can get that number, but for the game overall,
the game,
they'll probably get like 120.
Yeah, around there. Yeah.
And the halftime show, should definitely pull in. Yeah, these people are like, we're gonna boycott and we're not debate. I'm just like, no one's gonna. Do you think the NFL's gonna miss you?
No.
You know how much money they already gotten for a Super Bowl that hasn't happened yet? The money's already made, you dumbass.
Yeah, this is just like the cherry on top of the sundae.
This is one event you can't out boycott.
Yeah.
This is one event you can't make a dent in. It is a global event at this point. Too many people who donate to the fucking Republican and Democrat Party already paid for advertisements. Like, you don't know how interconnected it is with the entertainment industry.
Yo, I want to hear Roger Goodell's opinion about the Charlie Kirk halftime show. Like, I know his media answer will be so different from his in a meeting.
Well, he already commented on Bad Bunny's He said it's not going to be political, which we know that's bullshit. Bad Bunny's probably going to purposely do something political because you keep egging him on. But he made it. He's nice. It's not going to be political. It's still a family event, still a football event. We're going to keep the focus on, try to do the very PG. But he probably didn't blink twice. And they were like, people are He's probably like, okay.
He's like, yeah, they say that every year. We just keep getting better. Yeah, okay.
You're gonna and a lot of you are just boycotting the halftime show, and a lot of you are gonna turn right back to the game.
Right back. Not missing.
You're not missing. You have to understand there are entities bigger than your opinion. They're bigger than all our opinions. That's why they get to still go on. So that's not gonna bother no one that you're not watching.
Also, like, I've heard from somebody who said that, like, Oh, I don't watch like the halftime shows for like the football games. Like he never has. But he's gonna tune in for the Charlie Kirk USA shit. Just say it, bro. Like, just say it. Like, I'm gonna keep it a stack. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it. Cause you just saying what you don't want to say. Just say it. Just say it. Oh no. I don't watch the NFL halftime shows, but I'll watch this other alternative bullshit. Jim?
Just go ahead.
It's just giving it's giving, it's just a bit strange. Keep it PG. Just a bit strange.
Look at who your like lineup is. Kid Rock.
No,
Who is going out their way to watch Kid Rock?
a racist people. Like that just who's doing it to racism. Like they're just racist. Prejudice, racist, I don't care what you call it. It's all the same egg. It's like an eggshell compared to the egg yolk. Like it's still part of the egg. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, I'm not racist. I'm just prejudiced. You're a weirdo.
Also the
That's
same
what you
people
are.
who think the Epstein files should just be forgotten about. It's those people.
Yeah. Weirdos. All of you. Weirdos.
No, they are all weirdos. You're all fucking weirdos. Seriously.
Yeah, but that was the only person I've heard that said that they're gonna do that, which I'm glad, because if I heard more of it, I would have grabbed my hair, pulled it out, and then right in the face. Like it would have been crazy. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. Like, just say you're MAGA. Just say that. Like that's all I'm like. Just say that.
A lot of them are. A lot of them, they don't want to, listen to a guy sing Spanish. They don't want. Why is it in Spanish? And why is it's like you live in a small world. You live in a small world, and you are truly fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Why do you think they got him?
Do you want me to tell you something? The guy.
If Kid Rock can bring in $100 million in revenue, they would have him.
They would have had him. Yes, but he can't.
Why do you think they had Rihanna and they had Kendrick and they do Gaga? Like, why do you think they pull these people in? It's because they're the ones raking in the money. He is the #1 global artist on Spotify and Apple. He sold more records than anyone in like the past 2 years, even Taylor Swift.
He won Album of the Year. Only Spanish. That's never been done before.
These people don't appreciate. Look, these people don't appreciate history that's not theirs.
Mm-hmm. Well, hold on. The guy in question. Hispanic.
What guy?
Remember the guy I was telling you who, like, I don't watch the halftime shows, but I'm gonna watch it. So it's a Hispanic.
Self-hating. And I'm not even saying that you have to like Bad Bunny, but you have to be honest about why you don't want to watch him. You don't want to watch him because white people are complaining about him. Plain and simple. We still move according to what makes white people comfortable. So that's why you don't want to watch Bad Bunny. It's not because you just don't like his music. It's not because you just don't like his music.
When I saw those words come out of that person's mouth, I immediately went, okay. And I did not entertain any more conversation. I just, okay.
And I feel like what people don't understand, the Super Bowl has been going on for like over 50 years. What's the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl 60.
Super Bowl 60. They've had nothing but English-speaking performers. The last Spanish-speaking performer you had was Shakira. And she still sang in English. When her and Jennifer Lopez did the Super Bowl, which I thought was a pretty good performance.
That was really good. It was exciting. It was
Jennifer
fun.
Lopez was able to do the Super Bowl. Now, her music career is it's not a Beyonce career, but clearly she's garnered enough for the Super Bowl to be like, you know what, Jennifer Lopez pretty still mainstream, still a household name.
Hell yeah,
They're looking
Shakira
for
too. Household name. You want to know something too?
they're
Bad
looking
Bunny
for
was there.
people.
Bad Bunny was
They're
there too.
looking for people who literally are talked about in their homes. They're generational. The mom knows them, the grandmother knows them, the kid knows them, the baby knows them. So there's a reason why they chose Bad Bunny because he's the one that's got the bread to come in. He's the one that's going to bring the eyeballs. You know, don't watch it then. Who cares? No one's going to miss you.
Literally.
No one. No one's going to be like, where's the crowd that likes Trump? Where's the crowd who only wants to hear English speakers? Where are they? No one's going to fucking care, bro.
We're not.
Make sure you wipe each other's tears with Kleenex when you're watching your beautiful TPUSA halftime show.
Yeah, so beautiful.
So my friend, one of my friends went back to school, and they were choosing between BMCC and College of Staten Island.
Mhm.
Guess what made him not choose CSI?
What?
He was like, I saw TPUSA, TPUSA there. They're opening up chapters across college universities across the country, and they're doing one at the College of Staten Island. He was like, I saw that shit. I was like, no, thanks. I'll just do my first 2 years at BMCC. This person lives in Staten Island, by the way. It's down the block. That's how bad they don't
Yeah,
want to
they
be
said fuck the zone
near
school,
something like
bro.
that.
Fuck a zone school, bro. I'm going all the way to the end of the book to find where the fuck I'm going to school.
Yeah, no, I mean it's just look when you make it clear you only want to associate yourself with a certain type of person that looks and talks like you people will avoid you.
And like, it's not even like you gotta like Bad Bunny's music, but like as a member of the community of Latinos, it would be nice to just like, be like, yo, I fuck with that. I don't typically watch the halftime show, but I'll leave it on. Fuck it. He'll get my view. That's big for the Latino community. It's big. It's huge.
Of course,
Like
that's humongous.
this is humongous, right? The time that we're living in right now is insane for the history that Bad Bunny's making, right? This album's literally a generational album. Generational. People who don't speak Spanish or people who do speak Spanish or people who don't even fucking have Puerto Rican friends or family, they related to the album. When you read the lyrics, when you actually listen to what he's saying, it could relate to anybody.
I don't listen to the album, but I know his singles. And I'm not a huge Bad Bunny. I don't think I am a Bad Bunny fan. I like some, but it's not I just don't have that type of fandom for him, but I'm still going to watch. And now I'm purposely watching because of all you fucking haters.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You hate and don't realize you're propelling. Like you don't realize you're the one bringing the eyeballs. And now a lot of people who weren't going to watch the Super Bowl now because they can't stand your side and you're bitching about it, they're going to watch it.
Oh yeah. And you know what happens when, I guess, like what the people on the right would say, when the people on the left get together and they actually want to do something? Oh, they make that shit big. Let me tell you, when the left unites, that shit's big. When the left actually wants to go out and vote, oh, they win every time. Every single time. They'll win. Like, literally, people in red states, oh, the fuck your dumb vote. Stupid little vote you got in Tulsa or whatever. Your stupid dumb vote. Yeah, doesn't mean nothing. You're going to get...
Well, that's, a lot of that is, organizing, early voting, people who are galvanized to vote. And I think election season is going to be very, very creepy.
Yeah.
It's going to be very weird. We don't know what's going to happen. I keep saying this. We may not make it to elections. We may not have elections. Like, we may not, get there. That is in November. Look at what's happening now. Like, Steve Bannon is out here talking about there's going to be ice at the poll sites. at the election, where people vote. Like, you're not supposed to have that type of presence. That's intimidating. That's against the law, actually. Local law enforcement, they're the ones that usually take care of very populated election, like sites where people go vote. So why are you there? You can't be like. So when you have that happen, and how Trump is out here doing interviews, when they ask him, "Will you honor the election?" He's like, "Yeah, if it's honest." What do you mean if it's honest? So this is all based on how you feel about it. It is it is unfathomed to you that a lot of people just don't want to vote for your party right now. Your party is embracing pedophilia, for one. No one, none of your leaders, except for like Thomas Massey, has fucking come out and said, no, we need to bring people in and arrest people. Bill Clinton should not be the only one coming in here. People need to be arrested for this. You guys are not saying that in unison. The country, the people who are paying attention to that too. And and what a lot of people who probably weren't going to vote, now they're fucking voting.
Oh yeah. Big time.
And the reason why our voting is set up the way it's set up is because half, such a large amount of our population are in metropolitan areas. Yeah, we will absolutely just wipe away an Oklahoma vote.
Yep.
That's why you have senators, 2 to each state.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have an electoral college, for those who don't know this. It is so California, Texas, Florida, New York don't constantly fucking decide who's the president every 4 years. Because if it was based on the popular vote, it would just come down to those states. Fuck the swing states. Like, seriously, like the amount of people between California, Texas, Florida, New York, Ohio, New Jersey, these states that have over 10 million people, there are states that have less than 1 million people there. You wouldn't count at all. That's why we have the Electoral College. That's why we have the Congress the way it's set up. It's just so that just the big EJ, they just can't be the ones deciding everything. So you're making people come out and vote against you. Trump just keeps showing how deranged he's getting. He is becoming less sophisticated in his interviews. He's switching up now more than ever. He's going in between stories, in between answers about things that no one's talking about. It's like, why isn't no one making? I mean, it's sort of getting loud. But when Biden was clearly losing his faculties, it was on the news all the time.
Yeah.
And the mistake that the Democrats made was that they tried to deny it for mostly the whole 4 years he was there. And they should have recognized it year 2, gotten him out, or just like already prepared a second person. But they waited too long, and I think GOP don't make the same mistakes the Democrats made. Because it's getting to the point where he is falling asleep. We're seeing that now.
And
He's
just,
falling
like,
asleep.
Speaking bullshit.
He's getting up in the middle of a meeting with billionaire oil tycoons, and he's going to talk about the window. He's getting up from the table and talking about construction in the garden or his ballroom. People are there to talk about money in Venezuela. He gets up out of nowhere to go look. That is not normal behavior. A person like the president, with all his faculties, is not going to get up, break the conversation to look out the fucking window. Certain people do that, and at some point, those are the people that go into homes. It's not. We laugh, but it's true. Bush, as dumb as he was, didn't do that. Obama didn't do that. Clinton didn't do that. Carter didn't do that. No one does that. This man got up
Biden
from the
never did
table.
that.
This man got up from the table on a very serious issue. This wasn't like a pageantry. This wasn't like a roundabout annual, haha, we're visiting the White House and he's talking to small businesses. You just invaded Venezuela. You just stole their fucking president. And you're trying to convince these oil people to come get the oil that you supposedly gotten for them. This is serious business. And here you are. Let's talk about my ballroom that's not completed yet. If he would have stayed in his seat and switched issues real quick, you can get away with that. He got up from the table and went to the window. Not normal behavior. Not normal behavior.
Yeah.
He is losing it up here.
Yeah.
It is showing.
Any
He is doing the quick switch up between things. You know, it's.
any
But he's
closing
getting crazy.
Remarks before we end out today?
No, vote. If we're still here, vote.
You'll go vote, bro. And if I'm not gonna lie, look, I'm not telling you gotta like Bad Bunny. I'm not telling you gotta like his music. But if you are Latino, and you have any pride, you don't even gotta watch. But just like be like, that's cool.
Have it on. Yeah. Just show support. Just
appreciate.
just be respectful.
You could
about
just
it.
appreciate it. Be like, wow, that's cool. But I just don't like football or a halftime show like that. No, it's fine. Don't be fucking weird about it where you're like, I don't like halftime shows and then I'm going to watch The Turning Point. Now I know exactly who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like now I could just read you like a book.
But
right?
yeah, but I mean, look, there's black people who aren't gonna watch it. They're boycotting it.
That's fine.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Go
Yeah.
sit with Omasa. You want to be up his ass so fucking much.
Go over there.
Go.
Hey. If Daniel's still in chat, Daniel will get this reference. Hey, they're going that way. We're going that way. First down, baby. We're going that way. If Daniel's still in chat and if he's listening to that was a callback from you to you, Daniel. Love you.
But hopefully everyone stays safe out there.
Yes.
Still be. I know we get online and we get crazy, but when you actually see your neighbors, be kind, be
nice.
respectful. Say hi, say bye, help them up the stairs, hold the door open.
Go into their apartment and talk in their kitchen for a couple minutes, and
half the people in my building probably voted for Trump. I'm not gonna treat them like shit because they did. I can question there, but I'm not gonna be like, "Who'd you vote for?"
Daniel's
I'm not gonna hold the door open for you.
He goes,
"What?"
That way. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Just be good, be kind to each other.
I'm sorry. I tried to see how far I could hold it before you start yelling at me. Be like, what the fuck are you doing?
That was me yelling. I was like, what are you doing?
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate all our chatters and all our viewers. We're at 138 subscribers now. That's pretty good. Pretty good. And yeah, so follow us on TikTok and Instagram.
You know what 138 subscribers is? At one of my jobs, I work multiple jobs. One of my jobs, the seating capacity is at 150.
Oh shit! Chat.
So
that is.
I look at it that way.
We're about to be a fucking fire risk. Ooh, we're about to reach max occupancy. Okay.
I like that.
We're about to
like
be.
that.
Yeah, hey, Jess, are we about to be unlawful? Hold on. Jess, fucking break the law on me, bro. All right, I'm done. So thank you guys so much for watching. Follow the Instagram, follow the TikTok at Get Back Sports, and I will be live streaming tomorrow as well. I'll be doing UFC preview stream, and I will also be on Saturday having all the fights on, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you are here, if you are awake, boom. There we go. Join in for the live reaction. And then I believe right after the fights end, we're probably going to do the Get Back. So a lot of streaming, a lot of hours, a lot of sitting down. I'm going to have to take a lot of stretch breaks, but we're here for it. And thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, take it easy. Peace out.